Hello, and welcome back to Escaping Dystopia. Been a little while. This is What we're going to be trying to do here in this series is cover the hows, whats, and whys of DeFi. Decentralized finance. How to do it, what's going on, and why this is such an exciting and interesting thing for us to be seeing in this 21st century. DeFi. Something you may have heard about recently. Real quick, just so you understand what we're talking about here. Decentralized finance, commonly referred to as DeFi, is a blockchain-based form of finance that does not rely on central financial intermediaries, such as brokerages, exchanges, or banks, to offer traditional financial instruments, and instead utilizes smart contracts on blockchains, the most common being Ethereum. That is all very true. We are going to cover a wide variety of blockchain-based decentralized finance technologies in this series. The vast majority of them are not going to be on Ethereum. A few things real quick about how decentralized finance has blown up. As I just noted, it is a permissionless, trustless system. Essentially, it's built as an entire layer of the internet. If you have access to the internet, you have access to decentralized finance. This is quite a bit different than our traditional banking systems, and you'll see as we run through this series why this is going to cause some tension moving forward. You'll see also during this series that currently the interest rates offered on that banks, at least in my country, offer for financial deposits, which generally range in the single percent range, are wildly different than the kind of returns people are able to realize in the cryptocurrency space. As a quick little background nudge, cryptocurrency is about as exciting as accounting and computer science rolled together. It is merely the idea of distributed ledgers being kept track of by armies of computers, essentially all agreeing that the next thing that's happening can happen, does happen, and just did happen. They create an immutable ledger. Most of them are public. Some of the ones we'll be dealing with in this case are private. Decentralized finance has blown up over this last year. This is 2021. We will be covering ideas like staking, liquidity pooling, doing lending, basically everything that's out there right now. A lot of different swaps. There's different pools. There's lottery services, some other interesting stuff. We're going to stick mainly to the fundamentals of liquidity pooling and providing. So here's the thing with decentralized finance. In this new paradigm, you, the user, you are the bank. You are the hedge fund. You are the trading floor. You are the one that is allowing others to do this kind of stuff. You can be, or you can be the one to do it. Decentralized finance is kind of the idea of being that institution yourself. This is where you become the one who gets that high-end interest rate because you're the one really risking your capital to allow other people to do what they want. So we'll cover how to do that, what it looks like, some of the risks involved, some of the rewards you can get from it. It should be a very interesting series as we start to go through this. There's so much stuff that I want to share. This is a lot of stuff that I've been learning and have learned this year over the course of the year with my experiences. My background is in both accounting and computer science. I've been a developer for a long time. On the bottom end, if you don't think that your money's been in computer databases for a long time, you are incorrect. The idea of cryptocurrency is now that those databases are no longer just simply on the servers in the bowels of some data center somewhere, but are in fact in various computers and various data centers distributed decentrally around the globe. There's a number of ways that this is achieved, and we'll talk about that in the series as well. Kind of wanted to just make this be an intro, make it a little bit more exciting. as exciting as accounting and computer science can be. So welcome. This is going to be Escaping Dystopia series on decentralized finance, what it is, how to do it, and what's going on, and how decentralized finance offers the potential to replace or supplant, or at least, in the very least, compete with our current financial system. And that's what makes it so very, very exciting. And one of the things that decentralized finance allows for is people with not that high level of capital to see some of those greater returns by taking a little bit greater risk. And we'll talk about how to mitigate those as much as you can, at least be aware of them, right? One thing to wander around the forest at night unarmed. It's quite another to walk through there with full armor and motion sensors. In our normal financial system now, like I said earlier, you're not going to get more than 1%, maybe 2% for the money that you have in a savings account. But if you were to take out a loan, you could easily be paying double digit in interest. Or if you have an unsecured loan in the 25 and 30, 40% range. And that spread between those two, this is where decentralized finance has the space to bring those closer, so that the money you have does more work for you and the money that you need or borrow costs you less. And there is right now such a huge spread in the U.S. financial system that it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, how they fight back once they realize how much they are being beaten. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this show. So, decentralized finance, very exciting stuff. I do finally have all my computer stuff working. We're going to figure out, I'm probably going to set up a few kind of sample accounts that I can share with you, and I'll show you going over some web wallets, the Web3 idea, this kind of idea that we can have this internet that's not reliant necessarily on these centralized gatekeepers. Thank you for dropping by, and we're going to get started with some really fun stuff really soon, and we'll show you real quick how to do a trade with no intermediary, just you and the internet, coming up on our next episode. So thanks for dropping by, and this has been Escaping Dystopia, our DeFi special. Welcome to the future.